What's up, guys? And I hate this microphone with a passion. Absolutely despise this microphone, bro. Didn't even get to barely even start my intro when I said I don't want to work anymore. Actually, trying to get me to be annoyed. Anyways, okay, so yeah, we're here. We back. So since I did miss the past couple of days podcast episodes, I'm sorry I'm not doing it anymore, right? Put my foot down today, I'm not doing it anymore. We gotta go with predictions, and then we're gonna go over the I hope I gotta swap these real quick a little bit. Just looking at something. Hold up, give me a second. Okay, that's fine. I gotta do something here in OBS Studio. Okay, we good. Okay, so yeah, then we're gonna review, let's see here, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday's NHL games. Yeah, and then we're gonna review Monday and Tuesday's USHL games. We're gonna preview tomorrow's NHL and USHL games. Just NHL. Actually, I think there might be a USHL game on tomorrow, but still, either way, we'll preview that. And then we're gonna do my NHL divisional All-Star teams, the East version. We'll do my East. We'll go over my East All-Star team, my Metropolitan Division All-Star team, my Atlantic Division All-Star team, and then we're gonna see who would win in a hypothetical best-of-7 series. And then we'll do the same thing tomorrow for the West. And then on Friday we'll do a hypothetical who would win best of the West versus best of the East, who would win a hypothetical game 7, and then we'll figure that out from there. So it'll be a bit of a 3-day series here of the divisional All-Star teams. So yeah, this will be the first version of that one. So yeah. But first, we got a couple things to talk about. Before we even do that, we got a couple shout outs to do. All my social medias, literally everything, like all my social medias, my website, my couple like USHL discussion Facebook group, Saints for Life Facebook group, my Twitch Discord, my Discord, my Spotify, my website, my basketball channel, American football channel, baseball channel, X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that is in the description of this podcast episode. All that in a paragraph and a half of what I do in this podcast, in a paragraph how to contact me if you have any comments, questions, concerns about this podcast. All that much more is in the description of this podcast. Check it out if you haven't already. And then subscribe to the channel if you like this podcast. Following Spotify, same thing. Like this episode if you like this episode in particular. Liking Spotify, same thing. Turn post notifications to the channel if you want to know every time I go live and or upload a video on the channel. So yeah, I'm going to talk about a few things. A few of these things happened like a week or two ago, just so you know, I just forgot to talk about them. But yeah, this is one of the things. A few of these. Pete Laviolette for the Rangers is gone. So, a few things to talk about here. First, when it comes to this, first of all, you can definitely tell he's hindering player development. Like Capo Caco was struggling in New York for a few years, went to Seattle and played great. Alexis Lafreniere is definitely slowing down because of it. And like Will Cooley's improving. I do like Will Cooley. He's been great this season, but hindering players' development, and he's not had much playoff success. So I like that move in New York. Wonder where they're gonna go with it. Not sure, but John Cooper might be available, with Lightning getting beaten 5 by the Panthers today. But yeah, Greg Cronin, the Ducks coach, is fired. So, Yeah, I mean, you could tell like all of the young guys' development really went down. Menchikov, the only guy that I really saw drastic improvement from when it came to the young guys that you want to see improvement from is Jackson LaCombe, and he had a great season. I really liked that season from Jackson LaCombe on the back end, but outside of him, like all the other young guys really took a step down. Yor didn't improve much at all. If not, took a step down. So yeah, that's a pretty bad sign for them. Um, and then the Kraken head coach is also out of there. Kraken head coach is out of there. Not sure they're gonna hire, but some people are saying Jessica Campbell should take over, but some people are saying no. Then Ron Francis, Kraken old GM, is the new owner of the Seattle Kraken, and Jason Botterill is the assistant GM of the Kraken, is now the new Kraken GM, and he's the one that was the GM for Buffalo when they made the Jack Eichel trade. He was with Pittsburgh Penguins when he was assistant GM. Took over as GM of Buffalo for quite a few years, and then assistant GM of the Kraken, now the Kraken GM. So yeah, he's been GM, he's assistant GM, GM, assistant GM, GM. So yeah. But then the last thing I'm going to talk about here today is Taylor Hall. Signed a three-year, $3.2 million contract. I already kind of talked about this on my X/Twitter account. How I thought this was actually a really good deal. And first thing I gotta say before we go into like some of the analytics about what he's been doing here since joining Carolina, he with the salary cap rising, a $3.2 million contract is very cheap, especially for a guy that's playing middle 6 minutes. I'll kind of show you a stat. So since joining the Hurricanes, this is via statmuse.com, so check it out. Taylor Hall has 9 goals, 9 assists, 18 points in 31 games since joining the Canes. He's +1 plus minus. He has 4 power play goals, 6 power play points. He has 14.5 shot percentage, which is really good. I really like that. 52.4% face-off win percentage. 20 hits, while all that while averaging 15 minutes to 27 seconds in time on ice. So he averages over a half a point per game. He produces on the power play when he's on it. He has 2 game-winning goals. He's 14.5 shot percentage. He's over 50% in the face-off circle. And then the entire season in the regular season, he had 42 points in 77 games, including time with the Hawks. And then in the playoffs so far, he had 3 points in 5 games. So he's producing in the playoffs. He has over half a point per game with the Canes, over 50% on the face-off circle, playing way better defense with the Canes. 2 game-winning goals, 14.5 shot percentage, 6 power play points, and producing in the playoffs. We're playing middle 6 minutes, 15 minutes to 27 seconds time on ice since joining the Canes. So very, very impressive from Taylor Hall when it comes to when they traded for him, and I think locking him off a 3-year, $3.2 million contract is very, very good, especially to salary cap drastically getting higher and having more quantity. So yeah, that's Taylor Hall signing. I do like that though. That is good signing, honestly. But yeah. Oh nope, can't look at that. Oh, you can look at that. It doesn't really matter, but still, look at that later. Moving on my predictions, I had Washington defeat Montreal. They did. Washington sent them home. 5-game win. 5-game series. Washington wins 4 games. Montreal took 1. Game 3 in the Bell Center. This was the one that Montreal took. Washington went to 5, and they're playing against the Hurricanes, who also won their series of 5. So 2 teams that are 4-1 in the playoffs. 2 Metropolitan Division rivals being off in the second round. I had Tampa Bay defeating Florida to stay alive in Tampa, but Tampa fell short. They lost 6-3 as Florida's moving on in 5 games to play the winner of Toronto and Ottawa and Florida, man. I am scared for the rest of the East. I am. Because I didn't know, first of all, I didn't know Chuck was going to be healthy, but I didn't know, because the Panthers played so bad in the regular season, but I should have known that the Panthers don't play good in the regular season. They play good enough to make the playoffs, get decent seeding, and to come in the playoffs and just turn into the best team in the league. They do every year. The Lightning came out flat. Vasi did not play that great this year, and Florida really jumped out on them since puck drop of game 1. They jumped on them, and they've been on them ever since. And they came out 1-5 games. They're looking dangerous, looking like the most dangerous team out of the East right now. The Capitals are looking great. Canes are looking great. The Leafs were looking great for the first 3 games. In the last 2 games, they lost, heading back to Ottawa for Game 6 tomorrow. But Toronto does look good at times. But Florida looks like the most complete, most well-rounded, most experienced seasoned team in the playoffs, and I am scared for the rest of the East. They look like if they keep playing like this, they will win the East and go back to the final. But it's going to be a long road ahead, especially with the way the Capitals and Hurricanes are playing right now. They're going to duke it out, though, and the Leafs are playing very good in the first 3 games. I mean, even in Game 4, they were playing pretty good. They just fell up short. Game 5, pretty iffy. But in my USHL game prediction, I had Lincoln defeating Waterloo, but Waterloo won 5-0 at home. 29 save, Carter Casey shutout. So very impressive for them. So yeah. Okay. We'll review the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday's NHL games. Let's get into it. Game 4, the St. Louis Blues hosting the Jets. 30 save, 31 shots against for Benner. Great game from Benner. Hellebuck gets lit up again, gets pulled again, back-to-back games. The Hellebuck gets pulled. Kyle Connor opened the scoring for the Jets, 5 unanswered for the Blues. Blues are hot. Blues won both games in St. Louis. Game 5 is being played right now, actually, as I'm recording this podcast. So, yeah, interesting. That's interesting. Hurricanes, defeated the Devils 5-2 in Game 4. Much better game from the Canes. Game 3, not very good. Game 4, huge. They have a chance to close them out. Game 5 in Carolina. We'll get to that in a minute. The Capitals defeated the Canadiens. Very impressive win for them. Game 4, they had a chance to close them out in Washington. We'll get to that in a minute. Actually, no, we can't. We'll get to that tomorrow. They did, but we'll review that tomorrow. This game, the Hurricanes game, very, very good game. Pretty decently good defensive game as well. Capitals game, Capitals only held them to 18 shots. I mean, they played a good game overall. And then oh my God, this game was wild. Oilers got 20 shots in overtime. Kemper made 44 saves. Pickard made 38 saves. Kings won 4-3 in overtime. The Oilers won 4-3 in overtime. Kings won 3-1 at one point. Oilers came back 1 in overtime and then head back to LA Game 5 to try to take the series lead. And then we had the Monday's 2 games. The first game, we had the Florida Panthers taking down the Lightning 4-2 on home ice. Florida had a chance to close them out in Game 5 in Tampa Bay, as they won 4-2. Huge win for the Panthers. And then the Stars just play at their best and just dominate the Avalanche. Avalanche dominate the Stars, and the Stars come back on home ice and dominate them. Game 6 is tomorrow as I'm recording this, Thursday, May 1st, to see if the Stars can close them out in Colorado. Very good game, indubitably. Okay, then yesterday's games. Yesterday's games. We have the Leafs and the Senators. Leafs actually played a pretty decent game. Senators opportunistic, got their chances, scored on most of them. 29 save, Lance Mark. He needed that one. He's been pretty bad in these playoffs, but he bounced back. Big time Senators, 2 straight wins. Brady Tkachuk, when he got announced as one of the 3 stars of Game 4, he said, "We'll bring it back here to Ottawa," and look at what they did. They're going back to Ottawa, Game 6 tomorrow in Ottawa. That place is going to be rocking, I promise you that. And then Game 5 with the Hurricanes and the Devils. Hurricanes muster 54 shots, and in that 54th shot, Sebastian Aho gets the puck in the right circle, one-timer, Sebastian Aho power play goal, overtime winner, and double overtime to send the Canes onto the second round, to the first team in the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs to advance. Markey played another great game, not good enough, and the Devils are sent packing. But then Game 5 of the Wild and the Knights. Knights defend home ice, defend the fortress. 3-2 overtime W for the Knights on home ice, and they have a chance to close out the Wild Game 6 in Minnesota. Game 5, 46 shots from the Oilers is enough to get the job done 3-1, including an empty net. So 43 saves and 45 shots against for Darcy Kemper. Beyond phenomenal performance from him. 21 saves, 22 shots against for Calvin Pickard. Kuzmenko got a power play goal for the Kings, their one goal of the game. So, yeah, that was a very good game, too. So, we got the Oilers. What am I talking about? The USHL games. So, yeah. Monday. Okay. Oh, Tuesday. So I meant Tuesday. And the Muskegon Lumberjacks score 1 goal in every single period. to close out Dubuque. Shots are 32-31 in favor of Muskegon. Muskegon is 0 for 1 in the power play. Dubuque is 1 for 3 in the power play. That one goal, the power play goal from Lucas Van Fleet. 1 minute and 11 seconds in the second period. But yeah, Jacks are very, very physical, very fast at the same time. They're on a 7-game win streak, swept number 1 and number 2 in the East. And they are full head of steam, and they await the winner of Waterloo and Lincoln, and that series might be decided tomorrow in Waterloo. Waterloo has a chance to close out Lincoln tomorrow night in Waterloo. Muskegon's the kings of the East this season, and yeah, for Dubuque, I mean, it's been a great season for them. I'm a Saints fan myself, but yeah, it's been a great season for them. They'll be back next year, in my opinion. But yeah, the Jacks, seven straight wins, or wait. Yeah, 7 straight wins for the Jacks, 8-1 these playoffs. Absolutely phenomenal playoffs for the Jacks. We'll have to see if they're able to get it done this season or if they're going to fall up short. We'll have to see. And then Tuesday night, so tonight. Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday. The Waterloo Blackhawks, 4 unanswered second period goals, including Teddy Townsend hat trick. Shots are 29-25 in favor of Lincoln, actually. Lincoln 0 for 2 in the power play. Waterloo capitalizes on the only power play opportunity. 29 save, Carter Casey shutout. Waterloo puts up 5. Waterloo was rocking tonight in Young Arena. Young Arena will host another playoff game tomorrow, Thursday night, Game 4. Waterloo will have a chance to close out Lincoln in Game 4 in Waterloo. They're unable to do it at home ice. Lincoln will drag the Hawks back to Lincoln for game number 5. About that sneeze. But yeah. So, okay. And then we're going to preview tomorrow's USHL games on tomorrow. Is the game on tomorrow? It is. Alright. So, Lincoln, Waterloo. Here we go. Waterloo wins game 1 versus Lincoln. They score So yeah, they win game 1. Lincoln scores 4 unanswered to start out game 3. Waterloo scored game 2, and then Waterloo scored 3 unanswered later in that game, but too little, too late for the Hawks as they fall 4-3 in game number 2. And then in Waterloo, Blackhawks win 5-0. 29 save, Carter Casey shutout. Waterloo is phenomenal. Young Arena will be packed and buzzing tomorrow. Lincoln Stars will be in a hostile road environment. The Hawks are buzzing 7-2 these playoffs. Carter Casey's came off a shutout. Could definitely see the Hawks winning this game, but I think the number 1 seed in Lincoln Stars will pull off a W. I think they're too good for that. I think Showstack will perform under the pressure. I think Showstack will get, and the Stars will get the W tomorrow. But Waterloo's buzzing right now, and that place will be very, very loud. So we'll have to see how that goes. But let's review tomorrow's NHL game, shall we? Let's see here. Game 6 between the Leafs and the Senators. Leafs go up 3-0 in the series. Senators overtime win in Game 4. They won 4-0 in Game 5, and they dragged them back to Ottawa. Ottawa's going to be rocking. And we'll see if Ottawa is able to force a Game 7, because if it is, Toronto will be trembling in the boots. We'll see. Game 6 in the Knights and the Wild. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Knights are on a 2-game win streak this series, and Minnesota have a chance to close out the Wild. And then Game 6 is the Stars and the Avalanche. Their series been back and forth as well. Back and forth, back and forth. Stars came off a great game, a phenomenal game, but the Avalanche, the game before that, had a phenomenal game, so let's see which team's able to show up. And the Kings and the Oilers. Kings started out 2-0, and then Pickard came in. He's 3-0. Oilers 3-game win streak with Pickard in net. Oilers are buzzing, and they're in Rogers place. Where trains close them out. That place will be rocking too, I promise you that much. Ooh. Let's look at the Eastern Conference All-Stars. Shall we? Shall we? Alright, let's do it. The Atlantic Division forward. This is regular season only. I'm gonna let you guys know that regular season only, okay? Nothing to do with playoffs. If I don't hear anybody talk about that they didn't perform in the playoffs, I don't care. Nothing to do with playoffs, okay? But, okay, so the Atlantic Division, here we go. We got Atlantic Division forwards, number 1. The number 1 draft pick, I guess. I don't know. I just kind of put them in order here via points, basically. But besides Tate Thompson. But still, anyways, Nikita Kucherov. The first number here is games played. The second one is goals. Third is assists. last one's points. Okay, so in 78 games, he had 37 goals, 84 assists for 121 points. Nikita Kucherov won the Art Ross. He was phenomenal this season. One of the best players in the league for sure. Top 5 player in the league in my opinion, and just the way he was able to facilitate this Lightning team, he led this team to being the highest scoring team in the league. Did they perform in the playoff? Not really. Did he perform in the playoff? Not really. But in the regular season, he was exactly what he needed to be. And then number 2 here is David Pastrnak. In 82 games played, he had 43 goals, 63 assists, for 106 points. In the absolute horrid Boston Bruins team, he also had the most even strength points. That's what ESP means, is even strength points. So yeah, very impressive for him. He was a really bad Bruins team, but he's still able to put up 43 goals and 106 points. Very, very impressive for him. And then we got Mitch Marner. 81 games played, 27 goals, 75 assists, 102 points. First 100-plus point season in his career. So yeah, I mean, he had a great season. He's here now. And then Braden Hagel for the Lightning. In 82 games played, he put 35 goals, 55 assists, 90 points. And then we got Tage Thompson for the Sabres. 44 goals, 28 assists, 72 points in 76 games. A little under a point per game for a bad Buffalo team. And he also has the most even strength goals this season. And then we got Nick Suzuki. 82 games played, 30 goals, 59 assists, 89 points. And then we got William Nylander. 82 games, 45 goals, 39 assists, 84 points. And we got Ryan Hart, 79 games played with 39, 49 for 81 points. 39 goals, 49 assists for 81 points. And Jake Gunsel, 80 games, 41 goals, 39 assists, 80 points in 80 games, exactly a point per game. We got Austin Matthews here, 67 games played, 33 goals, 45 assists, 78 points, so well over a point per game. I think that's good enough for me to get in the All-Star team. Then we got Lucas Raymond, 82 games played, 27 goals, 53 assists, 80 points in 82 games played. Good enough for me. And then Barkov was hurt there for a little while, but in 67 games, he had 20 goals, 51 assists for 71 points. Decent amount over a point per game is good enough for me, and how good he is in defense, you got to slide him in here. Honorable mentions: John Tavares, Alex DeBrincat, Dylan Larkin, Cole Caulfield, Drake Batherson, and J.J. Peterka. J.J. Peterka is pretty impressive with me this season. But yeah, defenseman. Rest is down lean. In 73 games played, he had 17 goals, 51 assists for 68 points in 73 games played. Really, 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 really good for a defenseman, especially for Buffalo. He also played as Tage Thompson, who had 44 goals himself, but a lot of that had to do with Dowling. And then Victor Hedman, 79 games played, 66 points. A little under a point per game, but he took a huge step up defensively, and he was good offensively, especially for a defenseman. Very impressive for me. Lane Hudson here. He has 82 games played, 66 points, including 60 assists. And then we got Jake Sanderson, 80 games played, 57 points. And we got Mo Seider, 82 games played, 46 points. And then Thomas Chabot, 80 games played, 45 points. Honorable mentions: Morgan Riley, Owen Power, Bowen Byram, Aaron Ekblad, Darren Radish, and Mason Lohrey. Yeah, not very much defensive depth for the Atlantic Division here. Goalies: Andrei Vasilevsky, 63 games played, 921 save percentage, a 2.18 goals against average, Vezina finalist. Number 2, Anthony Stolarz, 34 games played, 926 save percentage, 2.14 goals against average. He would be Vezina finalist, and he probably would be a starter on this team if he didn't get hurt with these stats, but I don't know. And then Linus Ullmark, the third string here, 44 games played, 909 save percentage, 2.74 goals against average. Honorable mentions: Sergei Bobrovsky, Carolina. He wasn't really gonna make it because then he played like 5 games or something like that, but he was really, really good. So I gotta give him a shout out there. Same thing with Dovich. He was super, super good, but he wouldn't make it because he didn't play enough games. Joseph Wool and Spencer Knight. And then we got lines. Here we go. First line: David Pastrnak, Nick Suzuki, Nikita Kucherov. Nikita Kucherov, the playmaker of the line. Pastrnak, the scorer. Suzuki, a two-way forward who can really do everything they can, too. Second line, we got the all-Toronto Maple Leaf line. Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews, Nylander. The chemistry will be on fire. Nylander and Marner setting up Matthews. Beautiful. Second line, we got Braden Hagel, Tage Thompson, Jay Gunsel. Braden Hagel can he's a good playmaker. Some of the most even strength points. I don't think he has the most, but one of them. Taylor Thompson can be and Jake Gunsel both snipers. So yeah, that's gonna be scoring a lot of goals there. And then the last one's gonna be Sam Reinhart, Alexander Barkov, and Lucas Raymond. Two of the three guys are from Florida. Reinhart, Barkov is so good in Florida, and Lucas Raymond will be gonna benefit from playing with those two guys. And then the defensive pairings are going to be Victor Hedman and Lane Hudson. The reason why I have Lane Hudson and Victor Hedman together is because Victor Hedman's big, physical, and he's good at defense, which is three of Lane Hudson's problems. He can solve Lane Hudson's problem, and Lane Hudson is shifty and can play make really well, which is Victor Hedman's problem, so they can really fill each other's weaknesses. Second line is Rasmus Dahlin and Mo Seider. I think Dahlin and Mo Seider work really well together. And then the reason why I also didn't put anybody else together, because I wanted for the third pairing to have an all Senators pairing. Jake Sanderson and Thomas Chabot rounding out the defensive pairings. Starting goaltender is going to be Andrei Vasilevsky. Backup Tendy, Anthony Solars. Third string, Linus Ullmark. So that's that for the Atlantic Division. I'll go over one more time. First line, Pasta, Suzuki, Kucherov. Second line, Marner, Matthews, Nylander. Third line, Hagel, Thompson, Gunsel. Fourth line, Reinhart, Barkov, Raymond. Defensive pairings, Hedman, Hudson, and then Dahlin, Mo Seider, Sanderson, and Chabot. Starter, Tendy, Vasi, second string, backup. Solars, third string, Ullmark. Then we got the Metropolitan Division. Forwards, Sidney Crosby, 91 points in 80 games. Artemi Panarin. Don't talk about the allegations he's in right now. We'll just talk about strictly hockey right now. 89 points, 80 games. And then Jesper Bratt, 88 points in 81 games. Dylan Strome, 82 points in 82 games, point per game exactly. And Travis Konechny, 76 points in 82 games. Sebastian Aho, 74 points in 79 games. Kromotrenko, 74 points, 79 games played. Ovechkin, 73 points, 44 goals in 65 games played. Beautiful. Guaranteed spot on the team with those type of stat line. And then we got Jack Hughes, 70 points in 62 games played. Again, assuming every single player on all of these teams are healthy. Yeah, he's here. Then we got Ricardo Rakell, 70 points, 81 games. This guy's got 35 goals. I did not know Ricardo Rakell was that type of dude, but he got 35 goals this season. I looking that up. I was like, wow, didn't know he went off with that. We got Nico Hischier, 69 points in 75 games. Seth Jarvis, 67 points in 73 games. Rounds it out. Okay, that's the four lines right now. Sidney Crosby, Artemi Panarin, Jesper Bratt, Dylan Strome, Konechny, Aho, Marchenko, Ovechkin, Hughes, Jack Hughes, Ricardo Rakell, Nico Hischier, and Seth Jarvis. Honorable mentions: PLD, P-Luke DeBall, Alexei Protas, Brian Rust, Tom Wilson, and Matvei Michikov. And then defensemen, we got Zach Werenski, Norris finalist. I'm pretty positive. Yeah, Norris finalist. 82 points, 81 games. Over a point per game with a defenseman. Ridiculous. And he's playing on CBJ. Not that phenomenal supporting cast. Adam Fox, 61.74 games. Pretty decent, bad year for him, especially for her standards, but still put up pretty decent numbers. We got John Carlson, 51.79 games played. And then we got Eric Carlson, spelled differently. We got John Carlson, but Eric Carlson with a K, and two S's. 53 points in 82 games played. And we got Jacob Chikrin, 47 points in 74 games. And Shane Gostisbehere, 45 points in 70 games played. Goalies, Logan Thompson, 43 games played. He was hurt for a while there. 910 save percentage, 2.49 goals against average. Then we got Ilya Sorokin, 61 games played, 907 save percentage, 3.71 goals against average. And we got Igor Shesterkin, 61 games played, 905 save percentage, 2.86 goals against average. Lines. First line, Artemi Panarin, Sidney Crosby, Dylan Strome. Artemi Panarin, Sidney Crosby, filthy. Dylan Strome, filthy. We do got three playmakers here, which could be a bit of a problem, but I think they'll set up each other and they can. Panarin can score. All these guys can really score. So yeah. Second line, Jesper Bratt, Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier. We got the all Devils line here. I mean, both teams' second line is all play for the same team. So yeah, keep that going there. And third line is Travis Konechny, Sebastian Aho, and Ovechkin. Travis Konechny, Sebastian Aho to Ovi, ridiculous. Two playmakers, and then we got Ovi there. So yeah, there's a lot of goals. And then we got Ricardo Rakell, Seth Jarvis, Kromotrenko for the fourth and final line. Defensemen, Zach Werenski, Adam Fox. That's going to be a beautiful line. Second line, John Carlson, Jacob Chikrin, all Washington Capitals pairing. And then Shane Gostisbehere and Eric Carlson. That might be very, little defense in our last pairing. But who needs defense, right? And then for starting goaltenders, Logan Thompson, backups, Ilya Sorokin, third string, Igor Shesterkin. If we look at it, Igor would probably be a backup over Sorokin, but we're taking basically strictly off of stats in this year alone. Sorokin would be over Shesterkin, so that's why. But that's why that. I didn't really put who would win in a hypothetical series here. I can put it down here as I say it, but that's fine. Winner. Oops, I'm gonna go up a little bit. I don't want to be that far down. Like there goes. Good. Okay, winner. That's a winner. So, in my opinion, I think the Atlantic Division would win. And oh wait, okay. Yeah. Oh my god, and I mean to put two N's. Goodness. Okay. So yeah, I think the Atlantic will win. Okay. I think the Atlantic will win. Hear me out. I think Vasily's a better goaltender than Logan Thompson. I mean, he didn't perform in the playoff again, regular season only. I think I would say defensive depth for the Atlantic Division is a problem, but I think that first pairing of Hudson and Hedman is really good. Werenski and Fox is really good, but I think their last pairing of the Metro is going to kind of hurt them in a lot of ways. I think Gostisbehere and Carlson with no defense is going to be different. That's how good these teams are. Just train Gostisbehere and Eric Carlson on their pairing is going to be the problem. That's a good pairing realistically. I mean, they don't got a lot of defense realistically either, but it's still a good pairing. But in this, there's so much depth on both these teams that's going to be a difference maker. And I think that Atlantic Division win in seven. I think the Atlantic will win in 7 in a hypothetical 7-game series. I think the Atlantic will win 7 games. So on Friday when we do the final, we'll do like the winners bracket, the winner of each. So Atlantic would be in that matchup, and then we'll do like a losers one, which Metro will be in that one. So yeah, we'll do that. That'd be pretty cool though. The only reason I really do that for the USHL is because there's only 2 divisions/conferences. There's 2 conferences, not divisions, no divisions, just 2 conferences, so I can't really do that. So, but yeah. That's gonna do for today's podcast episode. Hope you enjoy. Have a great night, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time you're watching this. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this episode if you haven't already. Following and liking and Spotify, same thing. Those 2 things. Notifications channel if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed today's my NHL divisional All-Star teams East. Tomorrow will be the West, and then Friday will be like the conclusion thing. So I mean, yeah. I'll see you guys. I hope you enjoyed episode 32 of season 10. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 33 of season 10 when we do the West West side of my NHL divisional All-Star teams. I'll see you guys then. Peace.